process of getting up slowly. It's crazy. I woke up at 3 naturally, like an hour before my alarm went off. I like put some stuff away, and then now it's like almost 5:30. But I kind of realized I was gonna be taking the shuttle this morning and literally not setting foot back on trail until 9:15. So I'm not at all worried about starting at like 6:30. I'm tired. And I was up yesterday hiking at 4 and did a big days the day before that and that. So I'm going easy on myself and letting myself lounge around a little bit. Because I'm still going to get them miles in today. Alright, this ain't going in the vlog. That's for sure. At least not yet. It's the morning, day 2:33. I'm gonna finish the PCT tomorrow. I've just been feeling... There's been so much like on my mind with wrapping up this trail. And like the excitement and stuff of wanting to get to the CDT. So I felt like so, like I've been getting like really in tune with everything. I don't know, everything about this little blurb is it's gonna sound insane. But these are the moments that I like to look back on. So this is more for me than anyone else. Like lately, I just feel like whatever you want to call it, I guess to some people would be God. To me, it's just like the universe. I just feel like the universe has like just been shooting me little side looks and a little wink, a little nudge, and just been like, if only you knew. If only you knew what we had in store for you, you would be so at peace right now. And I'm like kind of just trying to channel that peace right now every day of there's an incredibly beautiful and exciting plan in place, and the only reason that I don't know about it yet is because it's so incredible that I couldn't have even dreamed it up nearly as well. So the universe gets to present it to me as a lovely little surprise some point soon. It's exciting. This time lately, the last couple weeks, even honestly the last month or so, are going to be really interesting times to look back on at the end of this once I finish this. Because, like every journey has times, I guess, with more trial and tribulation, whether that's like physical obstacles or mental. I think the mental obstacle out here is the hardest, and like right now I'm kind of like cresting the halfway point of this slog that a couple weeks ago I became aware of the fact that I basically had to do 15 or 16 continuous weeks of 35s if I wanted to get through, these trails in safe weather windows. At this point, like, the calendar year is... There's so much time in the year, more than I could ever possibly need to complete a journey like this. Like, if weather wasn't an issue, I could hike a whole lot more miles than 8,500 in a year. But yeah, it's more so the mileage I have to do just to get through certain places before weather gets crazy. But yeah, when I kind of came to that realization, it was like, yeah, dang, that's a pretty daunting task. And I mean, now it's like really only 6 weeks left, which is a lot. But I mean, I just did that. So yeah, I don't know. Rambles. Good morning from day 2:33. It's a bad girl. I slept in a little bit, but the miles have been big lately. Close to 40 every day, or 40 for the last like since my 0, basically. So yeah, like 4 days. Then yesterday I was walking at 4 and still did like 34 and resupplied in town. So I was a little sleepy this morning, and I figured certainly not a big deal if you sleep in, because at least I'm on trail and I don't have to take like the 9 o'clock bus back to the trail. So I'm walking. It's generally uphill. They throw in a little down and flat for me on and off, but I'm generally moving up until I get to Rainy Pass, which at this point is maybe like 11 or so miles from me. I think that's just like the last time I'm gonna pass a road. And then I have no idea what the rest of the day looks like terrain wise. I just can't remember, and I haven't looked. But I'm just trying to get as far as I can. I would say at least 40. It'd be nice to definitely tag the border tomorrow in daylight, that's for sure. But I guess the earlier the better for doing it. And like, if I did tag it, if I went far enough today, I could maybe actually walk a couple miles back from the border at the end of the day tomorrow to camp. I guess we'll just have to see what the vibe is, if there's anyone there or what. Yes. I think it's going to be a really interesting day today and tomorrow. Just like I'm feeling so many things already. Like, I'd say since my injury, which was almost 2,000 miles ago, emotions have just been like riding just below the surface for me. Yeah, so like, I mean, I would never say I'm like not sad, but I just feel like a lot of things all the time sometimes. Especially like happy and exciting things. Those things mess me up the most. But yeah, I can't really put into words how I've been feeling, but it's just been like an intense time with the end of this and the start of something new. And yeah, I don't know, I feel it. I feel it for sure. This is a fun one. The trail goes there. I mean, I could have just rock hopped. It probably would have been faster. But there's this sick little suspension bridge. But it's funny because you have to kind of go up on these rocks. It doesn't really look like a trail or anything. Look at this. Those are so rickety. One at a time, please. Just gotta get back down there. Rainy Pass. So many cars. Okay, they really do, the Jeep people really do get these gifted to them. Someone left them. Is that real? The Jeep lore about the ducks? I thought that was a myth. What the heck? And of course, I didn't record anything, but just got to Rainy Pass. I mean, you can still hear the road. And there was a guy there set up doing trail magic. His name's Shortcut, and we met on my day 1, his day 2 of the PCT, and he just finished a week or 2 ago and is out doing trail magic. So just out there with him and a couple other people Had a hot dog and a Coke. That was so nice. Now I have 5 miles of climbing to do. Definitely did the best resupply of my life at the bakery. It's too bad I'm gonna head into grizzly country after this because it's just too bulky. Like you couldn't resupply like this with an sack unless I'm doing like a really short stint or I eat all those things on the first day. But like this is huge. I ate like a way bigger cinnamon roll for breakfast and a ham and cheese croissant and then got a hot dog, Trail Magic, and 2 Cokes. Really sugary day. All right, round 2. Harts passed 13 miles. The last time I got to the top of this climb, which I'll be at in 2 hours, we got signal and found out that the border closed due to fire. So let's get it, baby. Could be worse. Could always be worse. Even after 38 miles, it's like, I'm eating a ham and Swiss croissant on a mountaintop. Yeah, I'm perpetually a little sleepy, but it ain't bad. Nice way to end the day. I just went by a bunch of tent sites. I'm like 37 miles in, but if I recall, the really nice tenting is somewhere up here, and it's just like this like perfect wide open spot. I mean, who knows, maybe I just somehow walked by it, but I wanted to go further anyway, so we'll see if it's up here. If it's not, I'll just keep going. But I would stop in the next mile if the site I'm thinking of is here, unless there's a ton of people there, just because it was really nice. 2022, we were walking here, and as soon as you turn the corner, you could see everyone standing at the tent site. Everyone was bawling their eyes out because they had either I haven't gotten service, so I don't know if I'm gonna get service, but they had gotten word that the border had closed and we could only complete 5 more miles, and then you had to go home. But my camp here again. Okay. 38 miles, 8,400 feet. I've been here for a little bit in my tent, so I just paused it. But pretty solid day. It's pretty funny how I always need to go further. Like, there was no reason to go past here. That's why I stopped here. I had to just like reason myself into staying, but I'm like, oh, I only went 38 miles. And it's not dark yet. So that makes me want to go further. But the reality is, for starters, I've had a bunch of long days. I was supposed to be finishing and getting picked up the morning of the 24th. Now it's like going to be 2 or 3 p.m. on the 23rd. Like, that was my original finish date before I zeroed in Snoqualmie. I was planning on getting picked up at like 8 or 9 a.m. on the 23rd. So yeah, it's crazy how I made up for that zero pretty fast. But yeah, I just wanted to keep going. But it's like, this site is so nice. It's kind of nostalgic because I camped here before and I was here with some of my favorite people. Also really pretty. It's going to be a great sunrise in the morning. No one was here, which is like very rare recently that I get like a nice tent site before dark to myself. And I did 38. So I'm set up. I'm just gonna have an earlier morning tomorrow. It's 36 miles from here to the border, so I'll definitely tag the border tomorrow and then probably walk back to make it like a 40, walk a few miles, like redo the climb because you literally turn around and go back. So I guess I'll go up the climb. And then probably, yeah, like 2 o'clock or something the following day, I'll get out because from it would be a 36 tomorrow and a 30 the next day. So it'll probably wind up being less than 30 and not super difficult terrain. Like I did a lot of climbing today. It's going to be way less climbing tomorrow and the next day. So that's that. About to I'm set up, but I need to make dinner. I'm starved and just hang out. I got so much like voice to texting stuff done because there was like a 7 or 8 mile stretch of all downhill today, and I just forced myself to do it, and that was a really good feeling. And yeah, it's a good day. Kind of a blur. It was interesting. I feel like I was just in a weird mood all day. I know it's because there's like so much. Sometimes I think I'm anxious, but I'm really excited. Like, I think that that's true for a lot of people, that they confuse anxiety with like excitement. So like you get this feeling in your stomach and it like makes you uncomfortable. But it's like really just like the world trying to tell me, of course you're excited. You're about to finish the PCT and start the CDT. So feeling a bunch of things, and then really wasn't in the mood to like see or talk to anyone. I don't know why, but I wasn't. And then like got Trail Magic, and it was a guy who I met on day 1 of the PCT, and that was so nice. And then I left there and I was feeling better, but I was still like, it's hard to shake weird moods sometimes. And then I ran into 2 girls who I met on the PCT in 2022 who are out here finishing this section because they missed it because of fire. That was so special to see them and like recognize each other immediately. And yeah, that was so cool. I almost guessed the one girl's name. It was Recipe and Low Burn? Low Flame. I wrote it down. But hers, I remembered it has something to do with fire or light, whatever. But the universe was trying so hard to put a smile on my face when I was oddly, I don't know, in like a funk today for like an hour or two. But it was a really good day. There's just like so much happening right now in my brain, and I think once I'm like settled again on the CDT, just moving in a routine, I'll feel really good.